Hey everyone, welcome back to Atomic News TV. And so today I have a whole another topic for you on China. There's always something going on in China. Yeah, if it's not military conflicts with us, near misses in the ocean and concern over imports and things like that. It's China sending things into space. Yes, because I love anything to do with what's up there. We all know this. If you've been watching my videos, you have seen videos in regards to, would you stop it? Leave her alone. She doesn't want to play. Stop it, you two. Oh my God. Must they do this every time I try a video? They want to wrestle. But that's okay. I love these babies. So sorry if you hear their tags jingling in the background. Anyway, back to China. There's an article that I found on YouTube today that I was just like, what? This can't be. China wants to launch an artificial moon into orbit to light up their cities. Yeah, I just said that. I can't even believe that. Okay, so what is that? What is an artificial moon? They aren't obviously going to launch a giant rock into space. That's not what they mean. What China is going to do is use technology and... Would you guys settle down? China is going to use technology and launch a satellite into space that is supposed to orbit the Earth, and as night comes to China, it is supposed to basically open up with these big mirrors and reflect the sun's light down onto the Earth, onto China. Why do they want to do this? To save money. They are hoping that by 2020 they can launch this into space and that it will illuminate cities, basically making street lights obsolete. I mean, if you think about it, it's brilliant. It's a brilliant idea. Can you imagine that though? Like, just stop and think about that. Like, that just blows my mind. We could probably do that. We could probably pull that off. Well, we couldn't because the US isn't doing it. China is. But China is going to use mirrors to harness the light of the sun so they don't have to use energy and light up their city streets. But then it makes me think of, oh my God, I just thought of this. Then it makes me think of like, okay, the magnifying glass and the little ant on the ground. Like, like what if they blow themselves up? What if they burn themselves to death? Like, what if at night they need sunblock? I'm sure that, like, ultraviolet rays probably don't reflect off a mirror. I don't know for sure. I'm not a scientist. I don't know these things. But what if there's so much light and so much heat that it somehow burns things or creates global temperature increase? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that for a minute. I'm sure they thought about this. I mean, somebody's probably said, well, if we do this, this could happen, that could happen, blah, 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 right? But what could be the consequences for doing something like that? Like, what about wildlife? Like animals? Like, and their confusion. Like, there's, I say like a lot. I'm saying like, oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm tired, but it's been a long day. But what about wildlife? Okay, let's think about that for a minute. There are nocturnal animals. Like, I realize they're not going to turn night into day and keep day into day and be like day 24/7. That's not their intention. They want to reflect some light to create, you know, a brightness to replace street lights and things like that. But there are animals that are nocturnal, and it's like they don't have a switch. They can't just be like, ooh, well, maybe they could. I mean, maybe they could make the satellite, you know, adjust if it's too bright. Let's think about this for a sec. That could be insane. That could be insane. Could we do that? Could we really do that? Could humans really do that? Are there any, like, technological nerds out there, for lack of a better term? Sorry, I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean that in a, thank God somebody out there is smarter than me. If you know something about this particular type of topic and reflecting light and things like that, what are your thoughts on that? Does that make you nervous that we could harness the sun like that and harness the light of the sun? What do you think the consequences would be to something like that? An artificial moon. So it's going to be like moonlight, like brighter moonlight. Like imagine a full moon. You know, we've had full moons before where it's pretty bright outside because of the light reflected of the moon. Imagine another moon out there. And I mean, how big would it have to be? How big would that I mean, it can't be small. I mean, okay, if you go outside at night into a very dark area that doesn't have a lot of street lights, we're talking the country or something like that, and you really focus, you can see satellites orbit the Earth. Okay, I have done it. When I was a kid, we would go see my cousins in Arizona, and we would sleep out during the summer at night on the trampoline in sleeping bags, and we could actually see satellites orbiting the Earth. Okay, satellites are pretty decent in size, right? If you can see them with the naked eye on a very dark night in the country. This satellite would have to be massive. Massive. Okay, because we can see the International Space Station. Like, there's an app where you can track the space station, and it will tell you exactly what time and where the satellite is going to pass over you. Or, I'm sorry, not the satellite, the International Space Station. And you can see that, too, right now. And you can see that in an area that has normal streetlights if, you know what you're looking for. It does take some practice, but you can see it. And that's ginormous. I mean, how big would this artificial moon have to be in order to direct the light of the sun, reflect it, and direct it down to a city? I don't know if we could get something that big off the ground. I mean, are astronauts gonna take pieces of it and put it together like the International Space... The International Space Station? I mean, are we gonna part this thing together up in space? Holy shit. Like, I can't even wrap my mind around this. This is just, like, awe-inspiring to me. I'm such a nerd. Anyway, put your thoughts below. Comments below. Leave them for me. Just say hi. Even if you just want to say hi, say hi. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe, because I am trying to grow my subscriber base, and I would really appreciate it. You would just make my day. And I promise to post more videos on what's up there and update you on any of the going-ons that are happening up there, because there is shit going down right now. There's a lot going down up there. Stuff going down up there. So I will keep you posted. Every time I hear something, I will let you know. You have my word on that. So until next time, guys, have a good night and peace out.